so yeah, man, you don't want it to go that far. You don't want it to go that far because that's where you start going deeper and deeper into whatever, you know, the Lord's going to take you out. Okay? So yeah, man, everything that I'm speaking on, I don't have any problem telling a brother, letting the brother know. You know what I'm saying? You got individuals that they ain't gonna confess and say what it is that they did, what they do, and there's some my God. I'm not even gonna say it, man. Fucking cowards, dude. This is First Peter chapter 4, verse 4. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Likewise, you younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah, and it's all about order. It is about order, and it's submitting to yourselves to one another. And yeah. So you want to be in the knowing of that. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. Every time I've gone around brothers up in Dallas, I've always been humble with all them brothers. Okay? And them brothers, where they showed all the hospitality, the brothers that I did, was in contact with, they showed nothing but hospitality, and they were humble. That's how we have to be. That's what you have to be. Okay? It says, for the Most High resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. That's right. Grace, favor. He's showing you favor unto the humble. So you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Go out there and do the work, man. Okay? Don't harness it. Don't fold it up and sit on it, because the Lord's gonna come back and be like, hey, what were you doing? You didn't flip that talent, and He's gonna be pissed. And He's gonna destroy you because you didn't increase it. Okay? You didn't increase it. All right. It says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time. That's right. Cast all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And that's what I'm saying. Because through all that, you're doing the work. Adversity is going to come. Look at Job. Job went through some shit. He got touched in his flesh. He was brought so low that his own friends couldn't recognize him, man. But those friends were off. Those so-called friends, those so-called brothers that he probably called brothers, were off because they couldn't read right in the spirit. They just wanted to tell him he was going off. But he kept the faith. He kept believing. Right? So it's the same thing with us. We have to keep believing, keeping the faith, no matter what we're going through. What happens in our life? Right? What is that one in Romans? Oh, and I wanted to say something back to that scripture in 2 Corinthians about the cheerful giver. It ain't talk me. I don't need no physical gifts. What I cherish more is a cheerful giver. Give me the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Give me understanding. Give me the truth. That's what I want. I respect that. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 31. What shall we say then to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? That's right. So if the Lord be for you, who can be against you? And guess what? There's going to be a lot of things that will rise up against you, though. Okay? A lot of things are going to be against you. Meaning that they're going to just show themselves as to be adversaries, obstacles and stuff like that. You're going to have that. But the Lord is with you, meaning that, and who can be against you? Man, who can take you out if the Lord is with you? Nobody can take you out. But guess what? You are your worst enemy. You're going to have to face yourself. And you're going to have to rebuke yourself, because your own self is going to try to destroy you. The flesh, contrary to the spirit, man. Okay? Satan can operate by way of your flesh. All right. It says, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is God that justifieth. You see? That's why you got to be careful when you're dealing with brothers, because who are you to judge your brother like that, man? You know what I'm saying? Who are you to judge your brother in that manner? Even the archangel Michael didn't. Matter of fact, let me bring it. When they were fighting over Moses' body, he didn't bring no railing accusation. He just said, the Lord rebuked thee. He didn't try to go into all this extra shit. You know, let me see where it is. This is Jude, verse 9. Yeah, Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuked thee. Meaning the Lord will deal with you. Okay? The Lord's going to rebuke you. So that's what I'm saying. You leave things, let the Spirit work. But you ain't got to go all the extra shit. Like you're just a mighty man. Like you're just this, you know, the Lord's dealing with you and you can cast judgment like that on a brother. It's going off, man. And some brothers may not agree with me, but that's not the way I operate. Okay? I believe in mercy. I believe in being humble with brothers, because I don't know who the elect is. Okay? It says, who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is the Most High that justifies. Right? The Lord has the last word. He's the one who's going to say who's going to receive that crown of life and not. He's going to be the one who he's going to tell, come up hither, and not. Look at King David. King David went off 3 times. King Solomon went off. Right? Did not Moses and Aaron go off? But yet they're still the elect. That's why the archangel Michael contended with the devil over the body of Moses, because he was still part of the elect. He wasn't going to let it just go over and be destroyed. Let the devil do whatever he wanted with Moses' body. You understand? You got to be careful with dealing with the brother, man. Okay? You can't just be running off the damn gums, acting like you're somebody. Okay? And real quick, I want to say, you know, if that brother's watching, man, I hope by way of Yahweh Shem Shai that you get your doctrine straight, man. If you're still doing the Sabbath day by way of the full moon, you're going off, and I'm going to tell you, you're still going off by way of that's not according to the scriptures. Okay? It's the new moon. All right? So you need to get your shit straight with that, man, because we don't got much time. Put away all that pride and all that stuff. Okay? It says, Romans 8:34, who is he that condemneth? And who is he that condemneth? It is Yahushua Hamashiach that died, yea rather, that is risen again. Who is he? Who is even at the right hand of the Most High, who also maketh intercession for us? Yeah. Who shall separate us from the love of the Most High? Shall tribulation, distress, or persecution, famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Yeah, that's why we have to speak peaceably unto Israel. Because look at the shit that we all go through, we've been through. persevering, fighting for this truth. You know, everything is a big test, man. All right. You know, and then like I told y'all Shawamba on the phone, man, I got nothing but love for the brotherhood. Nothing but love. Ain't nothing ill, nothing like that. Ever. This is verse 37. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded, right? So you have to be fully persuaded in your own mind, right? About these things, about the prophecies, his words. You have to be persuaded that the men on the highways and byways are chosen by the Lord, man. You have to believe that they are their potential elect, chosen men. That's part of it too, not just hearing the breakdowns, but that your brother next to you is the elect. No matter what his situation is, you have to have that hope in a brother. It says, for I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Yahushua Mashiach our Lord. That's right, man. So through all that, you have to continue on, because you're going to be faced with all this stuff, but all that stuff is not going to take you from the love of the Most High. You got to continue to persevere, continue to fight. Then the Lord shall fight for thee, man, till death. Okay. Oh, let me see what else. Oh, this is going back to 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. But be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resisteth steadfast in the faith. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. All right, so we're all going through it. Okay, some brothers go through it more heavy than others. Okay, but one thing I do know is that we're all going to be tried in that day by way of this charagma, and that's going to be a very heavy. That's like going to be the darkest hour of our time, man, when they push that charagma. Okay, it says, but of the Most High of all grace, who had called us unto his eternal glory by Yahushua Mashiach, after that we have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. That's right. And that's beautiful. That's what you want. Rooted and grounded in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Unmovable. Okay? Always abounding in the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And that's what I'm hoping Yahweh Bashem Yahushua grants me and gives back to me. You know? Gives me the ability to continue to persevere, to continue to do what I'm supposed to do, present my body a living sacrifice for the elect and for my own soul, man. You know? I'm not going to single myself out. I'm doing this for myself, for my family, for you brothers out on the highways and the byways, you know? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15. I'll start at 1 Corinthians verse. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start up. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and ye shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Because just like Yahweh Shai conquered death, the elect are going to conquer death. We already have. Lord, when I'm part of the elect already have. Even though some may be put to death or die for the gospel come soon, that's not nothing to be ashamed of. You're going to have a greater reward for that. Okay? But it's all going to be according to the Lord's design, but by way of his thing. Okay? It says the sting of death. The death, ultimately represents Esau. He ain't going to have dominion over you. You ain't going to receive the death of a Edomite or Adawamium or 2/3. Okay? Where they're going to have everlasting shame. You ain't going to come back in the kingdom with shame on you. Okay? It says, the sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So we have to believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Shai is the Son's name. Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. He is salvation. The Anointed One is salvation. Okay? Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right? You have to be unmovable. Okay? And it said, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. See this one, I believe this is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 9. But beloved, we are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation, though we thus speak. It said, what did it say? We are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation. What is that? Compassion, mercy, faith, having confidence. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. Okay? For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have showed toward his name, and that you have ministered to the saints and do minister. Okay? Because the Lord, also by way of showing love, is that you're ministering. You're speaking into the ears of the hearer. You're helping them to overcome certain things, or helping them grow, giving more understanding. The Lord loves that. The Lord loves knowledge, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be pushed out. Okay? Because that's what it's going to be like in the kingdom. There ain't going to be none of this BS that going on in the earth, and all these different celebrities and rappers and all these different pseudoscience, false doctrines, all these different harlot houses that are out here. All this stuff that goes on. Prostitutes, whoremongering, pimp shit. All that stuff is going to be casted out and burned up. False doctrines, everything. It's going to be nothing but praising and glorifying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and being happy and joy, filled with joy in the kingdom. There ain't going to be no more war. There ain't going to be no more fighting and looking at a brother sideways and all this extra bullshit. There ain't going to be no more jealousy, envy. There ain't going to be no more devil in the kingdom. All right. It says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. So you have to have this full assurance of hope unto the end. And you have to be fully persuaded in your mind. Okay? You have to be fully persuaded. I believe that's in, let's see. This is Romans chapter 14, verse 5. O man, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Okay? Going back to Hebrews 6 and 11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. So you have to have this embedded in your spirit, man. Okay? Don't fall asleep Don't put down the plow. Keep working. Keep toiling. Keep doing exactly what Yahweh Shem Yahushai called you to do. Prophesy. Tell your brother the truth. Let's get this one. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25. Wherefore put away lying, speak every man truth unto his neighbor, for we are members one of another. So that's our job. Okay? Speak the truth. Prophesy. I'm going to finish this one up here in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 12. That you be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. Why? Because those are the ones that were doing the work. That were believing, having faith, continue, persevering. All right? So I'm going to finish it off with this scripture here in 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Again, it's not going to be anything of your doing. You're going to be doing it by way of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And real quick, if you don't want to forget when you go into the highways and the byways, you can get a spiral or a piece of paper, write down the scriptures. Write down the scriptures in order that you want to bring out to help you. You can do that. Put them in the front cover, the inside part of the front cover of your Bible or your Apocrypha, and just have it there where you can go back for as a reminder. You can do that. So it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right, they're going to tell you that the Lord ain't coming back. Oh, what you believe in, the Karagma, it ain't true. The pharmakia, you need to get it. Okay? You're putting everybody at risk. What you believe in, that 12 tribe sign ain't true. They're going to be telling you all kinds of stuff, man. Oh, you can eat pork. The Lord didn't say you couldn't eat pork. It tells you that in the Gospel of Mark that he wasn't talking about that. But when you have to read it right, you understand what he was talking about. What enters a man doesn't defile you, but what comes out of a man. He wasn't even going back into the Levitical dietary law. Had nothing to do with that. So, they're going to try to tell you can eat pork, you can eat ham, shrimp, lobster, crab, oysters. You can't eat none of that, man. Okay? It says, for all the unfaithful, right? And it said, verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. The word incredulity, and 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 3, goes back to belief. Okay? Their incredulity, their unbelief, Salakia, their unbelief. So going back, they don't want to believe that the Lord is coming back. They don't want to believe that this is the end. Okay? It says, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. Don't let because they don't believe hinder you or make you second guess the truth. All right? It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, which we all know. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Everything is fulfilled. All their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? And this is the end. This is it. You have to believe that. This is it. It says, thus saith the Lord, therefore thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. That's the elect. We're the ones that are out here crying and sighing and complaining continually about the abominations that are going on the earth. Okay? So, the Lord is fed up. This is the end. This is what it is. That's why you see brothers everywhere throughout the four corners of the earth coming out, doing what you see right now. Whether it be by himself or he's with 10, 15 brothers. Okay? It says, and therefore thus saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Right, the elect. his chosen, that he has respect unto. Okay? He's gathering them. He's bringing them back. He's healing them. He's making them precious in his eyes, whether what people want to believe or the next man. Okay? So the Lord is coming back for them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Talking about America, right? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So that's talking about Great Babylon, America. Because Egypt's already done with it. It's already written in the dirt, you know what I'm saying? So this is talking about a future prophecy. All right. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And that's what we're telling the people. So this is what you do. You go out and tell the people. You prophesy. You tell them about the coming destruction. You're warning them from the Most High. Because the Lord is coming back. He ain't coming back to play, man. Okay? It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction shall draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight another people, fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the power of their actions shall stand in their power. And in martial law, this is what's coming. This is what is coming. Civil war. Okay? This is what's going to turn out to be. A brother betraying a brother. You know? That's what's coming. That's what's going to be, man. It's going to be complete chaos. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoiling their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Yeah, that's what's coming, man. So don't let the incredulity of them trouble you, because this is written. It's already prophesied. Okay. No matter what they try to say, all that vision is ceasing. It's been spoken for hundreds of years, thousands of years. There ain't nothing going on. The Lord ain't coming back. We're still in the same situation, condition. If anything, it's getting better because they're trying to help us get over the pharmakia, this pandemic that's going on in the earth. You know, they ain't trying to destroy y'all. Are conspiracy theorists. Y'all are bug out. Y'all are crazy. Nah, man, it's here, man. It's here. It's everywhere. You know? It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 21. It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, saith the Lord Yahweh. That's right. So the Lord is coming back to destroy and pay back. You know, continue doing the work. Go on to the highways and the byways, prophesy, preach the gospel of peace, the good news, you know, to your brother. It don't matter. Nobody's listening. You got the camera, upload on the video. If you don't have a video camera, just do the work still. Preach, prophesy into the heavens, because the Lord's word ain't going to return unto him void. Let me get that. Let me end it with that one. This is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. That's right. So, I hope it was edifying. You sincere brothers, sisters out there, hope you are edified. Stay strong, keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I want to get double honest to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work of sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions, seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Till next time, I want to say shalom.